do you know he had I thought you knew. Oh, really? Okay, I didn't know. Okay.
So do we think it's like a girls' alliance?
That's what I was going to say. At this point now, it's 2 guys, 3 girls. They can just get rid of the rest of the guys if they have to.
Yeah.
That's smart. Hey, let's ride the bus, baby.
Let's ride that fucking bus, bro.
Another week we don't talk to each other.
The bus on 3.
The bus on 3.
The bus on 3.
Bus on
Yeah,
three.
fly
bus on
links
3.
into the library.
The bus on 3. The bus on 3. The bus on 3. The bus on 3. 1, 2, 3. The bus. Okay, so the plan. The whole plan worked minus us going to tribal. We didn't go to tribal, so because of that, we absolutely dominated. Wasn't even fair. 5-0. So the whole goal of the night was to see where Annabelle was sitting with her votes in case we went to tribal. And she flat out told me that there was a girls' alliance, which we're 90% sure is not an actual thing. There's always a small chance that Elizabeth and Natalie are lying, but and so I told Annabelle, I was like, what are we thinking? Are we thinking Luke if we go to tribal? And she's like, yeah, the girls are all in together. And I was like, okay, bet. I was like, I'll be your 5th if you want me to. She goes, you're in. So I'm gonna push that angle a little bit. I mean, we have Elizabeth and Natalie for sure, but the goal is to vote out a girl first. So that might not go over well with Briley. But also, there are ways to make Briley not know.
Correct. Without outwardly.
Yeah, there's gonna be 2 votes Luke and 6 votes Annabelle.
Yes.
We can always do it that way.
Yep. Okay. I think we have a plan.
Albeit a tentative one.
Tentative plan. This again. Nothing matters until we go to tribal.
Okay, so for this week's challenge, we had to have 2 people sit out because we just keep freaking winning. So I was paired up with Eilish on the other team. I like Eilish. And our ingredients were hot sauce, olives, Spam, and oh my gosh, why can't I remember the other one? That's so embarrassing. I had Spam and caramel. Hot sauce, olives, Spam, and caramel. And that shit was thick.
Holy moly, she's a thick bitch.
Let's talk about it. It was disgusting. I won, obviously. And it was really fun. Our team won 5-0 because we dominate. So it was definitely an experience. I threw up a little, just a little bit. Also, look at my view. Beach vibes. I don't know. We got to watch Tribal, and that was interesting because we've never been to Tribal because we keep winning. And Cole, it was between Cole and Brent. Brent, what's his name? I think it was Brent. Brent ended up being voted out, but Cole definitely has a target on his back.
It's actually a small empire, but it's gonna grow. It's gonna expand to something really big.
Victoria, I've never seen her in my entire life. I didn't even know she was on the other team, but Tribal was cool. I kind of want to go to Tribal because I feel like that experience would be really fun. But also, I don't want to be voted off, so I'm good if we don't go. Also, I'm thinking the merge is coming pretty soon because we're running out of people. So I'm excited for the merge. If the merge comes, we're voting Cole out first. That's it. That was fun. Never again, but it was fun. Let's go, yellow team.
So we find out that it's a food challenge, and I'm looking at Nate, and he's got this like mischievous grin on his face, and my stomach immediately starts to tingle. I cannot express how nervous I am going into this, but I have to keep a brave face, all right? I need everyone on our team to be really gung-ho about this, because the entire point of an eating challenge is that you have to set aside your brain for a couple seconds, and you just got to get through it. And I see Travis go up. Travis is going up there. You know, we're all cheering him on. As soon as he gets back, he throws up. It's a win for the yellow team, but he goes wild explaining how disgusting it was. And man, I get it. You just threw up, but I have to do this challenge. Don't tell me that. Don't put that in my brain right before I'm about to go up and eat something gross. Please, please. And then Annabelle goes up and she does the exact same thing. She throws up and she won't stop talking about how disgusting this food is. And so I'm just getting myself up in my head, all right? I just keep telling myself over and over again, you know, there's no way there's anything that could be that bad in this shake, right? There's nothing that could be so terrible that it would actually make you ill. And so I go up there and I'm getting myself ready. I'm getting myself psyched up, all right? I am ready to drink whatever is put in front of me. And I'm rolling the dice, and it's my die, too, that happens to land. Of course, it lands on egg. And I see Nate, you know, pull out this carton of eggs, and he cracks one open. And all I'm telling myself is, it's like the scene from Rocky, all right? You just got to picture it like that. It's the scene from Rocky, all right? You're the hero. You're the main character. You just got to down it. And so he counts down. He counts down 3. He counts down 2. He counts down 1. And I black out. The next thing I know, the shake is gone. And, hey, another win for the yellow team.
Alright, so last night we lost the challenge, which was really gross. We had to mix 4 ingredients into a smoothie and drink that. I got water, mayo, tuna, and chicken nuggets. And I almost threw that up, but the whole team did bad, so it didn't really matter. And we lost 5-0, so that sucked. And then we had to have the other tribe come to our tribal council and watch us, and that really sucked. We tried our best to give as vague answers as we could, so they didn't find anything out. And then during tribal, originally the plan that I thought we were going for was Cole. I thought it was going to be me, Eilish, Brent, and Maddie going for Cole. Apparently they had other plans, which doesn't feel great because now that I feel like I'm on the bottom for that. But they ended up getting Brent out because they think he is the idol, and they thought me and him had an alliance. I don't know where they got that from, but that's what they think, which sucks because I really had no alliance with him. And now I'm on the bottom. Hopefully that doesn't stay. Hopefully we don't lose another challenge in general, but I think that I'm on the bottom now, which really sucks.
Hey guys, so okay, last week, before the challenge, I was hearing like nothing from Brent, and it made me really nervous. Like in our Birch group chat, no one was saying anything, and it was really freaking me out. And I was like, shoot, like I'm gonna be the next person voted out. And I kind of thought Brent had found the idol too, after searching the baseball fields, because he was like ready to leave, which was so weird. And normally, like when I had been idol hunting with him the week before, he wanted to keep going. He just like, you know, so I was like, okay, he has at least one idol, and I thought he found it at the baseball field. And we had the challenge and tribal council back to back, and I didn't have a plan. And usually when no one is talking to you, that means they're talking about you, I feel like. So that made me really scared. So I was just kind of like, okay, you know what? I have nothing else to lose, so I'm going to contact Cole. And so if we get like 1 or 2 more people on our side to vote against Brent, just because literally only reason was because he's smarter than us. He's the biggest threat on our team. And he was scaring me a lot. And when I told Cole all of this, he told me the best news ever, which was that Ryan had given him his second vote when he got voted out. We were kind of thinking, like, who would be, like, the most likely to be on our side and vote against Brent, and we didn't choose Victoria. She didn't even really come up, I just think, because we weren't sure she would be loyal to us, so we didn't choose her. And then we thought Griffin and Brent were working together, so we were like, okay, we can't text Griffin because he's going to tell Brent, and then they're going to both, like, find a way to go for us. And so we chose Eilish. And so we talked, and she was like, dude, Brent has the idol. And I was like, do you know this for a fact? Like, oh my gosh. And it was kind of like the same suspicions I had. And she told me she actually, like, tried to be on his team and, like, start an alliance. And she texted him. And she, like, was like, hey, do you have the idol? And he lied and said no. I could tell after she told me all of this that she would probably like be on board to vote with me and Cole. So that is the beginning of the Eyelash Coke and Maddie alliance.
Okay, guys, it is week 4. We're heading into week 4, guys. The bus is rolling. Brent just got voted out last week. You know, Yellow Tribe is, we feel, untouchable. The only thing I think that would really put a wrench in our plans right now is if we did a tribe swap. But I don't think that's going to happen. You know, going into this week, I feel like we're probably going to win out. Just being flat out honest, it doesn't feel like they're much of competitors. Like, it feels like all of the super fans and all the people who are really like into this game right now are on the Yellow Tribe, and the Blue Tribe is just kind of falling apart. But we'll see what happens. Their game's not completely over yet. It's not over until you're voted out. So I don't know. We'll see. Let's see how this week goes.
Okay, welcome to week 4 of Survivor UTK. Today you're going to be playing for immunity and reward. So first, Ben, I'll take the idol back, please. Thank you. Alright, immunity's back up for grabs. You guys want to hear what your challenge is?
Yes.
Alright, so today you're going to be doing what's called the PRT. ROTC kids do this challenge just to test their overall fitness every once in a while. You'll start with doing as many push-ups as you can. You get a 45-second break going into as long as you can hold a plank. 45-second break after that, and then immediately into a 1.5 mile run. Since Blue Tribe has 3 women and 2 men, Yellow Tribe will also have 3 women and 2 men. That includes Luke and Natalie, who both sat out at the last challenge. The amount of push-ups and plank and run you do will correspond to a point system that I've come up with. The maximum amount of points for push-ups you can get is 10. The maximum amount of points you can get for holding a plank is 10. And the maximum amount of points you can get for your run is 20. So the most you can get is 40, the least you could get is 0. Whichever tribe has the most amount of points at the end wins immunity. Also up for grabs is reward. And it's a great reward, actually. The sponsors, who you guys know are S1E4, Pamprin, and Zapzyt, were nice enough to send me some awesome products. So we have S1E4, Pamprin, Zapzyt, a whole bunch of hats, and S1E4 sunglasses. So the winners of the challenge will get the hats and sunglasses. Everybody is going to get all the products or whatever you want. We're going to do 2 groups. 4 guys are going to go, and then the 6 girls are going to go all at the same time. And Keegan's going to be sitting out because he's sick. But
We love you, Keegan.
I'm not doing that. If it was COVID, he wouldn't be here. I trust him. All right, yeah, and we'll get started. We're gonna do guys first. Y'all excited?
Yep.
Okay, wait. You need to tell me who's sitting out and who's not.
The people riding the bus today are me, Luke, Natalie, Riley, and Elizabeth.
So Annabelle and Ben are sitting out. And Keegan, yeah. Luke, Travis, Cole, Griffin, you guys are gonna come with me.
Let's do Griffin. Let's do Cole. I could be your cheerleader.
Alright, you guys ready? Take your knee off the ground. And go.
is us shirtless. Let's go. Drop the ball all the way for now. Let's go. That's actually one of the best runs I've had in a long time.
Hell yeah. How are we feeling after all that?
Pretty terrible, but I did okay.
I'm feeling great. I've been training for distance running for a while, so this was like my challenge.
And go. Three, 2, 1, go. Go.
Doing the math here.
Yeah. Yes. That was really fun to watch.
I hate you.
That was close. Like my heart was racing actually calculating it by a score of 71 to 72. Oh my God. Blue Tribe. And then hats and sunglasses are yours. Everybody take whatever products you want. Yellow, the bus. I'll see you guys at Tribal Council where you'll vote off one member. You guys are leaving.
All right, so we just lost our first challenge. The bus is
72 to 73, by the way.
Yes, in points, and it's us three.
Yep. Hi.
Hello. And we walked off to where we last saw Blue Tribe look for an idol.
Yep. We're gonna go look in a second, but we need to sit and talk strategy for a second.
Yeah.
Yes. So Luke, so in what happened between now and the end of the challenge is Luke confessed that he wanted to be gone.
But he doesn't have time to play.
Yeah, he says he'd rather be studying.
He didn't really want to be like in it in the first place, like stuff like that. Which kind of ruins our plan to vote out Annabelle.
Yep. So we had a plan in place for a very long time.
A month and a half.
Yeah, literally a month and a half. That if this ever happened, we'd vote Annabelle off first because of her social game.
Yes. And now Luke just says, I want to be voted off because I'd rather study for chemistry because it's a hard class and he feels like he's not doing very good in it. And he says he doesn't have enough time to dedicate 2 or 3 hours twice a week
The issue is that if we
to this.
continue with the plan and vote out Annabelle, then Briley and Luke are going to feel like they're on the bottom, and then they might switch to the blue tribe when we merge, which we think is going to happen soon.
Yes.
Now there's complicating matters. We know that Annabelle seriously wants a girls' alliance in this tribe. And Luke getting voted off puts the girls at a 4-3 advantage. Now, I still trust the 5 mostly. We'll get to that in a second. But that's still concerning, like being a guy and hearing that, obviously. Secondly, Natalie won't pick up the phone.
Once we figured out we lost, she whispered at me, like, oh, I guess we need to go talk to Annabelle now, which gets me a little worried that she is looking for a girls' alliance.
Because look, if we are going into a merge, it would make sense to vote me, Keegan, or Ben out. Or Elizabeth. We're the 4 challenge beasts on this team. And Riley, number 5.
Riley is rising through the ranks.
The challenge is in an alliance, which is like,
we need to keep us, like, if nothing else, us 3 and Keegan. Like, if Natalie's gonna be sketchy.
Yeah, if she's gonna be fickle, then.
It's really causing us a lot of stress right now that we didn't need today.
Literally, all she had to do is pick up the phone and be like, hey, I'm just disappointed. And that would have been, like, perfect.
Okay, so post Natalie called, she finally called me. She said that she's leaning more towards voting Luke. And when she did whisper in my ear, like, oh, I guess we can talk to Annabelle, she meant more like, oh, like check in with Annabelle and Riley and see like where their heads are at, and then check in with our alliance of 5 and see like what our plan was.
So I told everyone right after we lost, like we were walking out, and then I said, hey, you all can vote me out. Like I'm ready to go, ready to leave the game. And that is really for a number of reasons. I've been ready to go since week 1, but I committed to being here, so I'm still here. And I was still going to give my all, so I did. You can't exactly get like medically evacuated, so I was going to keep playing until I got voted out. Our tribe has finally lost because we were doing so well, so now I'm going to ask everybody to vote me out. What remains to be seen is whether they're actually going to vote me out. I would hope that they do because, you know, I asked them to vote me out. I said, hey, please vote me out. I don't have time for this. I'm accepting an internship this week. It's just starting to stress me out, and I don't want this game to be a source of stress for me. I wanted to play because it sounded fun and like just this ridiculous adventure, and it has been. But it's getting to the point where it's sort of creeping into my life as like this big looming responsibility. And I've had a ton of fun with it, but I'm ready to go, and I'm really ready to have that studying time back because I don't have a lot of free time and I could really use it.
Luke just messaged me and he said, oh, he messaged me again. Yes, I am happy with that deal personally. I'm very low on time and don't think I have quite the enthusiastic drive to play as everyone else. I would rather go and preserve everyone else's chances to play, but also stay if I don't end up getting voted out. That I cannot control. Okay. Okay. So he does want to get voted out because he feels like he's low on time and he wants to do better in classes, which is understandable. But he just admits that he'll play if he has to stay in. But on the other side of the coin, 2 of the girls want a girls' alliance, which again I think is dumb. I shouldn't have to explain why that's dumb. If you like somebody, then of course be on a team with them, or at least do something, vote together, something. I don't know. But if you are gonna do something based off of like, dude, we have brown hair, we should vote together, that's just kind of dumb. Okay, I understand. I don't understand it, I'll be honest.
After the challenge, Luke comes up to us and says, you know, we could do tribal right now. And I'm like, what? You want to do it now? He goes, yeah, you guys can just vote me off. And my mind starts spinning. You know, like, is there some angle on this? You know, is this... He tried so hard in that challenge. There's not a single person in this world that can convince me that Luke didn't give everything he had to that challenge. And to say that he just wants to quit now it's mind-boggling. I just don't understand what his goal is here. There must be some ulterior motive, I'm thinking. And so, you know, we talk about it a little bit, and immediately after that challenge, I'm getting calls from Travis. I'm getting calls from Ben. We're talking about, you know, what play is there to be made here? What's the strategy? What's he trying to pull? But from every angle that we can look at it, Luke is just throwing in the towel, which is, you know, that's crazy to me. I couldn't believe it. But the more I started to realize that, the more I realized that, you know, this might be an opportunity to take someone further in the game who's just not a threat. You know, why vote Luke out now if we can keep him around for a couple more rounds and vote him out later? You know, this is the perfect opportunity for a blindside. And I'm thinking maybe it's time to pull the Annabelle strategy. I've grown to know Annabelle a lot more over the past couple weeks, and she is way smarter than people give her credit for. She is incredibly intelligent. And as someone who's another smarts and social game player, that intimidates me a lot. Annabelle, if you're watching this, I'm sorry that you had to find out that, you know, I wanted you gone, but truly it comes from a place of incredibly deep respect. I feel like if you and I were in a situation final two and we had to go in front of the jury, I would lose every single time. I feel like everyone likes you, and that scares the shit out of me.
Welcome to Tribal Council number 4, which is y'all's first one. So congratulations for that. Not congratulations for being here. I know. Let's see.
So cute.
All right. So first off, Luke, after the challenge, you know, there was a whole kind of confusing fiasco that I was kind of roped in on the last second. So can you explain just that whole situation?
Yes. So after the challenge, I pulled everybody aside and I said, hey, I have been wanting to leave the game since week 1 because I don't have time for this, and I haven't. But I committed to it, but we haven't lost at all. So we finally lost, and now, in theory, I can leave the game if people will vote me out, and that's what I told everyone. Everybody asked me if I was extra sure. They were very courteous about it. All that said, it's become apparent to me I can't actually force anyone to vote me out. So I'm just really hoping that's what actually happens tonight.
This is all one big ploy for him to play his hidden immunity. I want him to get one vote and votes out one person here.
That would be pretty good.
Yeah, Luke, who are you voting out?
I don't know, and I still haven't decided.
Interesting. Okay, Travis. So Luke,
Sorry. I'm so nervous.
So, okay. So Luke obviously asked you guys to vote him out. Is that really what you're doing tonight, or are there any other plans that might have come up that, like, because if it doesn't fit your game, like he said, he can't force you to vote him out. So does that actually work best for you?
So there's actually a power alliance of 2 people, and it's Luke and Briley, and they just haven't been telling. I'm kidding. So the survivor brain in me wants to like play the game full out, right? But we haven't had a chance to because we haven't been to tribal. So when we lose the challenge, it's like, okay, now we need to start making alliances. We actually have to start taking this serious because it's been like, oh, let's just like win challenges, and we don't have to worry about, you know, finding a hidden immunity idol or, you know, talking to other players. It's so like the survivor brain in me, the one that's a super huge fan of the game, was like, oh, we're finally gonna get to like the nitty gritty of the game, right? Like walking back with people, like making alliances. But then like the student in me who has a lot of grading to do this week was like, oh, this is easy now. But I also feel bad because you know, you see someone play the game like Luke has, where he's like giving his all, like every challenge he's been in, and you see him beating Cole on the track, and you're like, why do you want to, like, why would I vote you out? Why do you want to quit when you gave your all for the tribe? Like that sucks, you know?
Yeah, it's, in my opinion, it's a fine line because, like, you don't want to vote, like, Luke has done really well in the challenges from my perspective, but also if he asks you, you know, as a person and as a student, like, you know, it's hard not to just immediately respect that decision because, and Luke, I texted this to you, but I haven't told you, I really appreciate you not just throwing in the towel and quitting. Because like a lot of people would have done that. And that was one of my biggest fears coming into it, that somebody just quits. And like I was told by quite a few people that going into the gross food challenge, that they think multiple people are gonna just quit the game right there because they don't wanna do that challenge. Yeah.
For me, it's like a moral code thing, I think. I said I would do it. I said, Nate, I will play this. I will play Survivor. It sounds fun. And here I am. And also, you know, if I don't try, the challenge is, well, somebody else has to get voted out. That's not me. Like, that happens sooner. So I figured I might as well give it my all. And I think I have. I haven't. There's not been a week where I didn't do that, at least from my perspective. And it's been a lot of fun. But yeah, no, I just don't have time for this. I hope everyone will respect that. Like, immediately after this, I'm going to study chemistry until like midnight.
And I texted him too. I reached out, and I mean, Nate has to be involved in all of our text messages.
Yes, I do.
For quality assurance. And I immediately reached out, and I was like, hey man, if you want me to try to figure something out for you, like I'll help you in the game. I don't want you to just roll over and die because, you know, like I said, we're all here to play the game, you know, and the fact that you would like take school so seriously is like very, to my graduate student heart, very touching. But yeah, I just have a lot of respect for you, man.
Thank you.
Natalie, so you guys, let's say, you know, you could merge tonight. You could merge next week. It could still be
next week. You're just not telling us we're merging.
How do you know?
Because that's what you're gonna do.
You're gonna watch next week and
Yeah, next Tuesday you're gonna be like, oh, drop your buffs, we're merging. I'm gonna be like, I told you so.
Okay, so you guys are gonna go into a merge. Looks to you like up in numbers if you're planning on winning the rest of the challenges.
No, we plan on losing the rest of the challenges.
Is your plan really to just steamroll vote every single blue person off?
Do you mean
Yes. Well, they're not
run them
blue
over with the
people,
bus? Yes.
Yeah.
Because I think we can beat them in the individual immunity challenge.
Yes.
From what we've
Also,
seen.
all 5 of them can't win individual immunity at one time.
Yeah.
And we just need to try harder.
Yeah, I think we've kind of just created this narrative that we don't like the blue tribe. So like we've kind of gaslit ourselves into not wanting to be friends with them, so that when we do merge, we have to get rid of them all because we're all friends.
Interesting.
Yeah. I think that's the best
Okay,
plan.
so saying that out loud, Just, does that not sound extremely pretentious? And that you're just not going to give them a chance? Because,
like,
look, Nate.
maybe we'll give one a chance.
Nate, we're in the mechanic shop right now. The bus broke down for a little bit. But the bus is going to come back online, and we're going to be dropping kids off.
I think
We're
the other thing you have to think about is we sat and talked about this at the end of the challenge. Like, every single one of us in our own right is a challenge beast. And that like don't laugh because I'm being like
He's being serious.
be freaking for real. Like the only person I'm really nervous about on the Blue Tribe winning a challenge is Cole. And we've all like discussed this. Like, we hoped that we would win this challenge and they would vote Cole out because we don't want to merge with him.
is that because of his last challenge performance in the PRT?
We think
Yeah,
he's
there's-
throwing the challenge so that when he gets to the merge, he's gonna kind of like take us by surprise.
Also,
Yeah.
okay, but I think either Cole is, his looks are deceiving, and that's actually his physical ability, which is tough. But not tough because, I mean, hey, I can't do a single push-up, so I'm not saying anything, but I don't know. Looks were very deceiving on that one. I think if we merge, like, I think he's gonna be out anyways. I'm not really that worried about it.
Yeah, well, let's be honest. He's kind of a dick. Every time we've talked to him, he's just been a massive
He's just
douche.
sneaky,
I just
like-
don't want him in my games. Like, I don't want to converse with this guy just because every time I talk to him, it's like, oh, you'd like to think that, wouldn't you? Sit like this.
Going back to my point, not only do I think that we are all threats in different challenges for different reasons, the Blue Tribe is going to pick up on that. They've obviously picked up on that. We've won 3 of the last 4 challenges, and they haven't been homogenous challenges. One was trivia, one was a physical strength ability minus the extra vote, and the other one was like food, like a complete mental game.
Yeah.
And when you go into a merge, they have to look at, okay, if we're going to stick together as 5, we have to target someone over there that we think is going to win a challenge. Which single person are we going to single out of the 7 that are left out of tonight? Like, every one of us can hold our own. And I think that, like, when we go into the merge and when you want to play this game, you want to play against people who, like, deserve to win. Like, no one ever wants to be the floater. And you don't want the floater to make it to the end either because they've never pissed anyone off. and they have, like, for a lot of Survivor fans, they haven't earned it. So, like, I think everyone here has pulled their weight in such a outstanding way that makes all 7 of us that are left threats.
So,
and if you look at Cole, he kind of sucks. I mean, that's just another reason to put him out.
We just don't like
so
Cole.
does he kind of suck, or is he a challenge threat?
He kind
No,
of
he's
sucks.
just a dick.
I think
He sucks personality.
I don't want to.
I think he's a challenge.
I think he's a challenger, and he also seems sneaky.
Yeah, he just has a shitty personality.
Not that okay, we don't know him.
He's not nice.
It seems like he's kind of on the outside of his tribe from my perspective.
Okay.
Just because it seems like he doesn't give it his all in the challenges and everyone else does. And it's just a weird dynamic. I think they're not as close as they want us to think they are.
I have 2 questions. They're not related to each other, but I want to get both of them off before y'all say anything else. So, you guys are saying that Cole has come across as a dick at the challenges and at the tribal council.
Yeah, just every time we've talked to him.
Every time you talk to him.
It's just cold shoulder. Wouldn't you like to know?
However, being at an audience perspective that I am, what I see from y'all when you talk to the Blue Tribe is talking about how much better you are than they are. Does that not come across the same way?
I'm sorry, 3 to 1.
We have
That's exactly that's exactly what I'm talking about though, because they were celebrating their challenge win, and y'all are saying, oh, that's just one challenge. You guys still suck. Like, oh, 3 to 1 what?
To be fair, I was sitting in shocked silence. Where this all stems from is week 2. Audience doesn't know this because there wasn't a camera out there when it was happening. But after everyone took their turn on the monkey bar, hanging, Cole was the first one from his tribe to come out. And he looked at us and he said, I know one of you took the advantage. Like, trying to cause drama. We didn't know him from anything. We had never talked to him before.
We also know that everybody on our tribe did the challenge.
So we had to sit there with, like, skepticism, like, you're kidding. Like, we all laughed about it. We joked. We're like, oh, that's a joke, right? And he's like, no, I'm dead serious. One of you is lying right now. like immediately trying to cause drama. So like, I will say from a like tit for tat standpoint, he started it. It is really mature of the graduate student to say, he started it. But that's where this like little rivalry comes from, is that one conversation.
Okay. All right. So my second question that I was going to get to is, so Travis, you said earlier that you want to eliminate any floaters, right? So if you guys are going to, let's say you do go into the merge with 7 people and you get out the rest of the blue tribe, does that not create several floaters within your own tribe? Because if there are, only 2 or 3 can make it to the final vote. So that would instantly create at least 1 or 2 people that haven't done as much as others.
It's a great question you asked, Nate, and I'm glad you asked it. Have you ever seen The Hunger Games? Have you seen the ending of it?
Yes.
We're all going to vote for ourselves. I'm kidding. So we talked about this a little bit outside because we were very confident that we were going to win, right? We thought we crushed it. We thought we had a sizable advantage going into the run. And so I know that there was a couple conversations that happened that were like, we can literally just make it to 8 and then fight it out from there. Figure it out after the 8. Because, going back to week 2 in the hanging challenge, that created a lot of trust with us, like with you guys. Because I can't participate as much as I would like to. I can't run out every night and go look for the idol. I have to do adult things. And not that you're not adults. I'm the grandpa here. And so I trust them to go into the 8 and then play their hearts out. Like, yes, that will create some quote unquote floaters like in the votes where we just like drag people into the vote. But that's not what I mean by like floaters. Like, I don't want someone from the blue tribe like weaseling their way in as a number and then just staying there so that someone has a numbers advantage. When we could just battle it out with the 7 that we like formed a bond with. Like, that'd be really cool. That's where I think I was getting at. Not so much of like I hate floaters. It's like, it'd be really cool to battle it out with 7 people that like stuck it through.
Yes. So Keegan, you were sick and you couldn't participate in the challenge. And Elizabeth, you were one of the 3 that didn't complete the run. If any of you had completed the run, you would have won the challenge. Yeah. Do either of you take responsibility for the loss?
I've been going to the gym like every single day, trying to like get my stamina up for like the past 2 or 3 weeks now. So when I wake up that morning with a fever and it's like the running challenge day, I'm like, it did hurt me a lot to know that like I was ready for that. I had been preparing for that, but I just couldn't do it. And I knew that just in terms of making sure the team was as strong as it could be, stepping back was the right option.
I felt like kind of it was my fault just because I was so close. And if I had gotten there, would we have won or would it have been tied? Like, would have won. Great. But I think like I performed really well on the plank and the push-ups, and just because like I thought we had a sizable lead, so even when I didn't finish the run, I was confident that we were gonna be okay. And it just wasn't the case. I felt like a lot of responsibility because we were so close, and I was really close. And it kind of hurt a little bit, and I was really upset at myself.
I'll say, I feel like I like definitely dropped the ball because I couldn't get a single point for the push-ups. You said we lost by 1 point, so like literally if I could have just done 4 push-ups, we would have tied. And so that's so fun.
I did not have a plan for tiebreakers, so I would have had to come up with something because that's a hard one to tie on. Okay, last question. I ask this at every tribal council because I think it's fun. I'll ask Annabelle. Annabelle, on a scale of 1 to 10, how confident are you that you're not going home tonight?
10. 10, and not because I think I'm so amazing. I feel like all of us are gonna stay by Luke tonight and like do what he's asked us to do. So.
All right. Well, with that, it is time to vote. Keegan, you're up first.
Luke, you're leaving the bus for the only reason that anyone should ever leave the bus, for school. Good luck, man.
Really sad Luke is leaving, but school comes first, so I get it. But he really did give it his all, and we love him for it. It's a hard day.
Thank you so much for making this game fun, for having a great smile on your face and being a good sport. I'm always there to cheer you on, and yeah, you're just a great guy.
I think Travis could totally win. Hopefully, folks will be smart enough to vote him out before it happens. But he's been a ton of fun, very enthusiastic about the game, and just a joy in general. So go Travis. Shout outs to Natalie, Keegan as well, and everyone else. It's just been a fun time.
I'll go tally the votes. If anyone has a hidden immunity idol and you'd like to play it, now would be keep it around this. Alright, I'll read the votes. First vote, Luke. Second vote, Travis. That is 1 vote Luke, 1 vote Travis. Third vote, Luke. Next vote. That's 3 Luke, 1 Travis. Next vote, Luke. The 4th person voted out of Survivor UTK, Luke. Luke, if you want to bring me your buff. Here you are. Thank you. Travis spoke. Thank you. Thank you. You've given the Blue Tribe a little bit of momentum. We'll see if that momentum keeps rolling. If you guys want to go into the merge with numbers up, you better win the challenge. I'll see you guys at the next challenge, which will be Tuesday.
Okay. So I got voted out. Thank goodness. I'm glad that no other hijinks went on. It's been fun to play the game. I did it for an adventure, and so that I could have something ridiculous going on in my life, and it certainly was that. So I'm glad I did it. Went out of my comfort zone a little bit. Did a bunch of exercise that I wouldn't have done otherwise. It's just been a fun time. Much respect to everybody who's been a part of it.
She looked at me like I was crazy, so yeah. Okay. A round of risky poo it is. Ooh, maybe we can like... Cute. Alright, I quit.
The feeling of rust against my salad fingers is almost orgasmic. I must find the perfect spoon.
Time I spent on some locked up shit in the back of Patty wagon cuffs locked on wrist. See my dreams unfold, nightmares come true. It was time to marry again.
Like, no.